While the Australian National Maritime Museum's much-lauded replica of Captain James Cook's ship, the HMB Endeavour, continues to circumnavigate Australia, on board, the ongoing maintenance of this majestic vessel is carried out by a skilled crew and master craftspeople, whose enthusiasm for using traditional materials and techniques, where possible, adds immeasurably to the ship's authenticity and charm.
Some of the traditional things that we do on board, other than just working with block and tackle and hauling bits of string with no winches, we also use a variety of things such as tar to preserve our ropes, and we also use tallow, which is basically a rendered animal fat. It doesn't smell, thank goodness, at least the good quality stuff doesn't. It's used mostly as a lubricant. We smear it on our mast for where components right up and down on our masts, and also it's used for when we're tensioning and tightening our rigging so all the ropes can move freely through their blocks. 2 years ago we decided it was time to replace the standing rigging on Endeavour, so we put together an estimated rope order and put a few feelers out to rope manufacturers that could make this specialised style of rope. And we found a company over in England that make rope in the old Chatham dockyard, and rope making dates there from the early 1600s, and they still make it by traditional means. I went over and worked with the rope makers for a few weeks in making up the rope for Endeavour's rigging.
It took several weeks for the ropes to be manufactured at Chatham dockyard before they made their own voyage to Australia to be further crafted and fitted as the new rigging of the Endeavour.
As far as some of the traditional rope work on board, if you have a look at the shrouds here, and there's approximately 500 of these have gone into the new standing rigging. There's about 10 metres of line in that, and there's almost an hour's work. Up here we've got a shroud cleat, and once again everything is done by hand. This is for belaying a line to, and it also has 3 seasons on it, which to fit each one of these takes a good, an hour to an hour and a half to do. So there's 26 kilometres of rope, and I'm responsible for making sure that's safe and well maintained.
A living museum and history lesson on the high seas. The HMB Endeavour, coming to a port near you. Check the website for further port visit dates.